Hello, today I'll be teaching you how to do the first two layers and rest of the cube. So here's how it will go. So you solve the cross like normal, like as I can see. You solve the cross. Then next what you're going to be doing is solving the first layer, which is not so hard. Just takes a little bit of practice. Then after you have solved the first layer, you're going to be doing the second layer, which too, if you just need to learn one algorithm, then you will be able to master this area. One more. As you can see, we've solved all this. Next, we're going to learn a combination of 4 algorithms to solve this, which is the yellow layer. Then finally, we're going to learn 2 algorithms for completing the cube. So that's the base process on how to complete the cube. So I'll be doing a small cut, so be right back. Here I've written down all the algorithms and the new sets of letters you will learn to solve it. First I'll introduce you to the new letters which we'll be learning to solve the cube. So we have the lowercase letters. The lowercase letters means you're doing a double. As you can see, the higher case levels, for example, R. This is how the normal R is written. It's as a caps. But when you're trying to symbolize like a double movement like this, then we've got to do a lowercase r. So like that, the lowercase letters mean a double movement. First we have here is the lowercase r, which is like this. Can you see? Just practice it with your cube. R, lowercase r. Next we have lowercase f, which is just like lowercase r, and you might have learned of the f movement, which is like the face, moving the face. So a double movement of the face, like this. I'll just show you. This is the front. See how we're moving the face? It's a double movement. So lowercase f. And lowercase l, which is just like r, except it's reversed. Lowercase l goes like this. Pretend like this. Lowercase l is like this, going down. Then we have the 2 new letters. We have B, which, for example, this is where you're looking at. Okay, this is the side you're looking at. And a B movement would be to move the back of the cube. That means, for example, this is the front. You move it like this. B. It's a B movement. Oh, sorry, not like that. Like this, B. If you're not so sure about the B movement, pretend this is the face, go to the back and do this and look back. That is a B movement. You move it to the left for a B movement. This from the back, from the front, you move the back piece to the left. And the final one is a D movement. The D movement is what, for myself, is the hardest movement. You gotta use any finger of yours. I use the pinky, and you got to do a slice, like a down movement. It's like a bottom. So you got to move the bottom to the right. That's a D movement, and D prime is the other way. Same with B prime. So then here you move it to the right, the bottom to the right. So now you've looked at all the algorithms, all the new letters. Now let's move on to the steps. First, we're going to be starting with the first layer. As a side note, you should, in this whole step, all these steps, the white should be facing up. The first layer is the easiest layer. It's pretty easy actually. So there are many cases actually, but mostly they're simple. So pretend you have a piece here, here. You got to find all the white corners. For example, I found a white corner here, white corner here, white corner here, white corner here, and many more. Now what you have to do is to put these into their respective slots. For example, here I found a blue and red white corner piece. So you got to find the blue and red area. For example, blue is here, red is here. So this is the blue and red area. So you got to bring it to the blue and red area. Now, what you got to do is insert it. So if it's on the right, move it to the left. If it's on the right, as you can see, it has to be inserted here. As the blue and red are here, it has to be inserted here. So you got to move away the corner piece that you're about to insert. Pull down the area you're going to insert. As you can see, it's the red and blue area here. Pull it down. Insert it here. As you can see, you put away the corner piece. Now put it back in. Now we have the matching. Put them back. So as you can see, you've just inserted the corner piece in. Like that, do it to the rest. But there are some other cases which I need to talk about. The first case being the left one. This left one is just like the right one, just that it's completely opposite. So instead of putting it to the left, you gotta move it to the right. Pull it down. Pull the place where you're putting it down. Pull it up, and then pull it. Now we put the next one in. Now just proceed with the rest. But there's one more case, the most hardest case I say for this layer. As you can see, you can't find the last piece anywhere here, but when you look at the bottom, you can find the last piece. So then you look around and you find it here. So what you're going to do is find the missing slot. So find the slot where you got to keep it. Like for example here, blue, orange, and the piece is a blue, orange, white piece. So find the missing piece. And make sure it's not like here. See, as for example, see, the white piece is here. Make sure that it's not in the path of this. See, for example, if I put it here, it's not in the path. As if I pull this down, it's still there. But if you put it here and pull it down, it's gone. So make sure it's away from when you pull it. So the first step is to move it away from the path. Next, pull the piece down. Like this is the slot where you're supposed to keep it. So move that side down. The next, you're facing the side where you pulled it. Look down and you face the bottom and move it to the right corner or wherever it is. If you're doing it on the left side, just put it on the left corner. Next, you've got to pull it up. So you saw that the piece is back. Now do the steps I told you and insert it in. So we have come to the first layer. If it's not clear, please ask me to do it again and I definitely will. So the next are coming the algorithms. We're going to be studying about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 algorithms in total. Directions, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 algorithms which you will learn to completing the cube. So let's begin. Now we're moving on to the second layer, which is the hardest layer. So you just have to learn, it's one of the easiest. You just got to learn about, let me say, around 2 algorithms, and it's pretty simple actually. So you have finished the first layer. It should look like something like a T, as you can see, this T is solved. Now next what you're going to do is hold it so that the white is at the bottom. Next, find all the pieces which don't have yellow. For example, we have the red and all the edge pieces. You might know that, I think you know that what are edge pieces. Anyways, you need to find all the edge pieces without yellow. See, you have a yellow and red, which we don't want. You have a yellow and orange, which we don't want, a yellow and green, which we don't want, and a yellow and blue, which we don't want. So find the edge pieces which don't have a yellow in them. For example, the orange and blue. See the orange, you got to match that. Now you have seen the blue, orange. So the orange is matched. You should match all the edges which don't have yellow in it. So you matched it. Next, you learn this algorithm. But first, I need to tell you the case. If then look at the second color. I mean, you match the first color. Then look at the second color. It's blue. Now find blue. As you can see, to its right. You find blue to its right. So the blue is here. If you have orange green, then it will be here. Do the right algorithm. There are two forms to this algorithm. It's the same algorithm, just there are two forms. So we've got to do U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Now as you can see, the piece is gone from here, but inserted into here. So by the time you finish all of them, this whole layer, these whole two layers will be fixed. Now, this has been inserted. Now, as you can see, we can find the red and green piece, which has no yellow in it. Match it with the green. Look at the color. The color is red. Now, where's red? Red is to the left of green. So, we'll show you the left algorithm, which is U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. Now as you can see, the red piece has been fitted and now we have a proper edge. Let's find the next piece, the blue and red. Now where is the blue? As you can see, the blue matches here. Now the red is to the right of blue. So this is the right algorithm, which is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Now let's solve the next one. Now the last one, which is the green and orange. Green is matched, but orange is to the right of green. So we do the last algorithm. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Now we have solved the first two layers. Let's move on to the next piece, which is, you guessed it, the yellow layer. This is the third last step to solving the cube. And if you made it so far, good. Now, what I tell you is, practice that about 10 times, as that's the first two layers is one of the most crucial steps. The last two are just memorizing algorithms, but these two require lots of brains. Now, let's move on to the yellow layer. There are a total of 3 different types of cases. Cases are different types of ways to show different types of, forms. For example, this, like a claw, like in a corner, like something like this is a case. Now, this line is a case. And there's one more case where it's just a dot. That's a case. So let's move on to these 3 cases. The first case is the line case. When it's the line, make sure it's sleeping. Hold it in a way so that you're facing it and this is sleeping. So you're holding it like this, right? Where this is sleeping and you're holding like this. This is the face where you have to look. The algorithm is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. You got it? F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F. Let's move on to our next algorithm. which is when there is a small curve on the corner. As you can see, there's a small, thing on the corner. Sometimes it'll be a full cube, sometimes it'll be like this, sometimes it'll be like a normal claw, as I showed you. Now, always, it's very crucial, always keep it on the down right corner. The algorithm will only work when you kept it there. The algorithm is lowercase f. Lowercase f is like a double, as I showed you, a double. Lowercase f, r prime, u prime, lowercase f prime. That means the lowercase f prime. That means just doing it the other way. Now, you have made it to here. Let's do the final algorithm. It is the dot. The dot is the hardest one, as it has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 letters. What you're going to do is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, lowercase f, R, U, R prime, U prime, lowercase f prime. Then you will solve the dot. Let's move on to let's continue solving this. Next, what you got to solve is the yellow cross. In the beginning, you solve the normal cross, but this is the yellow cross we're talking about. What you got to do is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now, every time you do it, you've always got to do a U. So see, as you can see, I'm doing R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Then I do a U. That in turn changes the possibilities of what can come, because we need a particular case to finish this off. Now we do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R. Now we've found our case. Now as you can see, we have this case. There are two types of case which you can come. It can be like this, where, what you're going to find is a fish. After you've found a fish, don't do anything. Okay? Find the fish. Look what case it is. Is it either facing here or is it facing away? If the fish has to be looking to your bottom left. When you hold it here with the fish looking to the bottom left, and you see this small yellow piece looking towards you, then do an algorithm once. But when it's away from you, you do it twice. So when it's away from you, do the same algorithm, but cut out the extra U. For example, normally what we did was R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Then we did an extra U. But here what we're doing is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R. So then we can solve it. But if you have that particular case, let me just do it. So when you get this case, if you do it once, you will get it like this. So move it back to the bottom left, and then you get it facing towards you. Then you do it once, solved. But when you already get it towards you, then you just do it once, it's solved. Now, you have officially solved the yellow layer. If you have any doubts, please do send a video call, or message me. Now we've reached the last part to solving the cube, which is the last layer. Now, look around. You'll have to observe very closely. There are 3 possible cases which you can get. Either you find a single headlight or a fully solved side. A headlight, so see, an headlight looks something like this, where there is a non-matching color here which doesn't match with the rest of the color. But there are two, it's like a headlight. Like, for example, this is the car. These 3 layers are the car. This is the car, and these are the 2 headlights. So it's something like a shirt, like a person's shirt. And you have a small miscolored here and the rest here. Or it can be like this. Or fully solved. Those two like the same case. Just that they're a little different, but they're the same case. I mean, you have to do the same algorithm. And then there are 2 more cases. Either you'll get it like this with no headlights or matching, or you'll get it something like this with either one color solved and rest of them headlights, or all of them headlights, which you guys have to hang with me there. So let's start with the first case, which there is one either fully solved or headlight. When that's the thing, look away from it. See, you found this. Now make sure it's at the back of the cube. Then do the following algorithm. This algorithm will take a lot of memorizing. So the algorithms R prime, F, R prime, B2, that's the new letter, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. I'll repeat it for you. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. Now, you will get it like this, where there are either 4 headlights, or 3 headlights and 1 fully solved. As you can see, there are 3 headlights and 1 fully solved, but sometimes all of these will be headlights. Now, the next thing is the case where, none of them are solved. In that case, it's pretty simple. Do the same algorithm I told you anywhere. That means any 4 of these sides. It can't be the yellow or white. It has to be any 4 of these sides. Okay, I'll just repeat it for you. So I'll repeat the algorithm. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. Then look around. You'll find a headlight. What this algorithm does, it creates a headlight whenever you don't have a headlight. So see, it created a headlight here. So look away from it, do the algorithm. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. Now, there are 2 cases to the finishing. Okay guys, so this is the last algorithm. There are 2 cases, 2. Very simple. Actually, there are 3. The first case is when, actually to the algorithm there's 2 cases, but then to solving it there's only 2 cases. The first case is when there's one solved side and the rest are headlights. And the second one is all of them headlights. So let's see. First, now let's start with the one where there's one solved side. Like always, take the solved side and look away from it. So say this is the solved side. I'm looking away from it. Then do the following algorithm. There are 2 algorithms actually. To check, you gotta do F2. Then over here in the middle, you will see some color. It can be any color except yellow or white. Look at the color and look to your left and right. If you find the color here, for example, orange, I found it on the left, then you got to do this algorithm. Now, if you found the piece on the left, do this algorithm. Put it back, that means you did an F2, right? Now put it back, put it straight, then do the algorithm. F2, U prime, R prime L F2 R L prime U prime F2. Then you have solved the cube. Now for the other side, look, I did F2 and checked red and red. So now this time it's on the right. For the right case, you gotta do F2 U. Instead of U prime, you do U. R prime L F2 R L prime U. Instead of last year it was U prime, but this time it's U. So those two changes only, and F2. Then you will solve it. If you have any doubts with the algorithms or waves, please do message me. Now thank you and bye.